Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this is the S.B.H.U owner slash one of the high rank leaders, because there's 3 leaders so far in this current time right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys after this intro.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I see. Well,
Guys, we are back, I guess we would say. In this video, I'll be showing you all the roles in the server and showing you what each one means, basically. So yeah, basically, the first role we have is guest. Now, when you join this game, you'll be guest and you'll be welcome in here. You basically can't really do much of anything. You can see what's going on. You're just a guest to this server, a beautiful server. Right now in this recording time, the server ain't fully done, as you can see here, and we'll keep getting updates, especially over here, because right now you're probably seeing a whole bunch of, well, a bit of clothes. But yeah, when you're a guest, you are a guest, and you are welcome to the S.B.H.U for this mafia. So the second role is basically member. The member is like a member to this mafia. You can capture turfs in Chicago 1949. You can also do a whole bunch of other things as member. Basically grind, make money, you know, be what's there, basically. So yeah. The third role is basically a receptionist. Now the I got braces, sorry about that. Okay, now I got a weird thing in my tongue. Receptionist basically is go to people's offices and then help people out to get like applications and stuff. So receptionist is a pretty big role. Now in our main server, we have 3 offices. We got the Brushies Mafia, aka mine, and then we got Payne over there. Payne's Mafia, which is Headless Angels, and then we got Ramirez Mafia over there. So that is basically where you would reception, and you can pick anyone, whichever one is your favorite. I would pick this one, you know, because you know it's a good mafia, you know. Yeah, it's a very good mafia. They're all good mafias, but yeah, that's what receptionist does. The next role is recruiter. Basically level 4 if you forgot where we left off. So it's rank 4 recruiter. Recruiter they can capture turfs, but you know, members are gonna be busy capturing turfs, so you'll be making money while you recruit people. Now what you do, you just go around the map, you go to different servers and stuff like that, and you just try to recruit as much people to this exact mafia, and if they want to join any other mafia, they would see in the link, or in case we make a website, who knows when we do that. So yeah, that is what recruiter stands for. It's just going around recruiting people while the members make money, and then yeah, you basically make money for recruiting people. And we will host events about recruiting people because we want as much as possible. So yeah, that's what what recruiter is, and it's really cool. Alright, what we have next up is the limo driver. He comes, if you're a limo driver, you come to this warehouse in the server, and when the secretary or one of our secretaries or one of the leaders, helpers, message you guys, they'll message you on a Discord server. You either drive one of these limos or one of these cars to drive us around. My personal favorite is this one and this one because it looks really cool. And then this one, but it's kind of slow. It's kind of hard to work, but I'll have to fix it one day. That's one of my favorite. It's really realistic. But yeah, basically what you do is you take one of these cars. You can be realistic by turning that on. You can take it and then you drive us around. The reason why we have this car, I know it's 1949, but this is basically the only working limo. And heads up, this one steers the opposite way, so if you go right, it'll go left. So that's why we have this one, and especially when we invite certain people. The UK flags are just there for decoration. I'm not UK, we're in America, but in case any UK people do come by, we will always do that one. And then if any other people come by, we'll always get 3 of these cars for you, for the limo driver, and that's what the limo driver does. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, the next role is butler. Now, the butler is basically, let's say, Mona Lisa is the leader, and I'm the butler. So, I'll come up, I'll probably ask him if you'd like anything, a drink or anything. And then the butler, as aka me right now, is basically gonna, be right there, doing that thing. Getting their whatever coffee, what they would want, and then you quickly return it to them so they can, have a nice drink. That's what the butler does. It's a pretty major role, especially in Chicago 1949, because you're basically to take care of the leaders, and you get to see the leaders almost every time. Yeah, and then every single leader. Alright, the next role we have is basically guard. Now the guard not capture tourists. The members capture tourists, but the guard protects the tourists in case anyone is stealing it. That's what the guard's role is. And the head guard is basically to manage all the other guards. Now if you're in the server, you would protect the server, all the whereabouts, not the leaders, but the server, basically, in case you see anything fishy going on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the next role we have is lawyer. Now the lawyer is basically a pretty major role in case anything goes down. So what the lawyer does is, he stays at the court most of the time. He can pick up, the lawyer picks up the red hat. Yep, the lawyer picks up the red hat. When you have the red hat, that means lawyer. But that's just for a guard. The guard hat is right there. So the lawyer is basically to help us leaders during discussion about tourists and stuff like that. They would be the lawyer. And yeah, so when they would be their lawyer, they would be their lawyer, stuff like that. Oh, I can't really. Alright. So yeah, basically lawyer is being a lawyer. If you don't know what it really means, it's basically to help defend your guy at law, especially for these meetings right here. The lawyers would come and see the meetings. So if you become a lawyer, we'll select you as which personal lawyer we want to be. So yeah, that's basically what's it. Alright, the next rank is judge. Now, if you're the judge, you have a really major role. You'll sit up here, and if we have more than one judge, we'll have 2 side judges. And then, that's the statement area right there. So, if you're the judge, it's a really major role, to be honest with you. The judge is gonna, you know, decide which one's guilty and which one's not guilty. And if you're judged, you're probably one of the luckiest players, because there's only gonna be 3 judges. And if one, you know, be's AFK for like, you know, more than 2 weeks and then not giving me a notice what that was about, they're probably gonna be lower rank, because, you know, the judge is a really major role in this game. Alright, that's how you get out. Alright, so yeah, this is a really major role, and that is judge. The next role we have is leaders, bodyguards. So if you're in a Chicago 1949 server, or in this server, or in any other server, you are gonna protect us. Basically the leaders, all 3 classes of leaders. Now, the 3 classes of leaders is pretty important, you know, because, you know, they're your leaders, and if you want to rank up, you gotta protect them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is a really important thing. Now, the leader bodyguard is just basically to protect, and you would sacrifice your life for him, basically. You know, it would be nice if we could have a huge swarm around the 3 main leaders. If you wanna swarm us around, you can. You basically can. I'm giving you permission, because we want your protection, and we don't want to die in the wrong spot and then have it to respawn, then everyone coming at us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's gonna be something. And if you want to rank up, you know, go to some events and stuff, or during servers. If I'm online on this server, I'll be taking like applications. I'll interview you, and make sure you have that Discord, you know, stuff like that. The next one is head leader bodyguard. The head leader bodyguard, there's probably only going to be like 3 of these. They manage the bodyguards. So if you're a head leader bodyguard, you're 1 rank higher than the bodyguard. So you would be managing them, telling them where to go. You'll find the locations, and that's my secretary and a couple other people will be contacting you for that, where their location is at, and, you know, stuff like that. The next rank we have is associate. Now, if you're an associate, you are, I guess, lucky. You're just an associate part of our mafia. You know, you're part of it and you really enjoy it. That's basically what associate is. So yeah, we'll definitely be having some associates. Now, if you are lower leader helper, you would be the like secretary and, like, you know, the consigliere. I don't know how to pronounce that. You would basically be just, you know, their helper, which would be their secretary for the lower leadership class. The lower class leaders basically. You in their mafia, you would be their like secretary, and that's what your rank would be, basically. So yeah, that's basically what you would be. Now, if you're lower class, if you were lower class leaders, you would be the low class, but you are a leader, so you're gonna be mad. You'll have some mad respect. Lower class leader is basically just gonna be for, you know, leaders, and there's gonna be a ton of those lower class leaders for starting mafias and stuff like that, because we do support that, since right now in time we are a starting mafia. Probably in the way future you'd be saying we're big, because, you know, that's way in the future, and this is going to be a pretty old video by then. The next one, we would have middle class helper, basically secretary and stuff, just being in the pact. And for the middle class leaders one higher rank up than the lower class leaders, so it's a bit more important, and you're almost to your way up to be a high class leader. High class leaders are going to be basically the main 3: Headless Angels, the USSA, and then the Brushies Mafia, which is just basically the 3 main ones right now. That is the three main ones. Those are the high rank, and then the high rank helper, high class helper thing. Majinger is, you know, the secretary and stuff, and that is all our roles, and that is our today's video. So yeah, that's what we've been doing, and yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.